Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. A big thank you to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring today's video. For this video then we'll be looking at games releasing on the Switch from the 13th of November up until the 19th, as well as a couple of games that released without being in a previous video for whatever reason. There's an interesting mix of games coming this week, including a remake that one or two people may be interested in, and you'll have to let me know in the comment section which games you are looking forward to most. Okay, with all that said, what games are coming out this week on the Switch? Well, let's find out. Let's begin then by looking at a couple of new releases or announcements from the sponsor of today's video, Paradox Interactive, as this week on the 16th they are releasing Surviving the Aftermath. This sees you needing to build a thriving colony and restore civilization after a cataclysmic event ends the world as we know it. There are more than 130 buildings to construct and you must ensure that your settlement is prepared for anything, be it by defending it from attacking bandits or surviving a natural disaster. You can recruit over 80 unique specialists, each with their own skills and motivations. You will need to leave your colony and explore the procedurally generated world, looking to find and trade resources, or even meet with rival leaders of other colonies to give your colony the edge to survive. There will be tough choices to make along the way, the colony's fate depends on your judgment after all, and your specialists may stumble across secrets surrounding the apocalypse itself. Paradox are also releasing the first premium expansion for their gangland strategy game, Empire of Sin, named Make It Count. This expansion introduces new mob boss Maxim Zelnik and his gangsters, the Fixers. Zelnik brings with him new combat abilities including Bolster the Ranks, which allows him to call in 2 reinforcements during combat, and the Persuader boss weapon, a submachine gun that spits bullets faster than Zelnik spits words. His gang, the Fixers, know how to make problems disappear, and the Lone Shark racket will also be introduced. There are 20 new missions, 25 new events, plus 7 new weapons including the Mark 6 revolver, the lighting carbine and the aforementioned Persuader. Alongside this there will also be a free update called the Precinct Update, which will add new management mechanics, win conditions and game improvements. This all releases on the 18th. Let's have a quick look at a couple of games that have released already, and the first is Football Manager 2022 Touch. This is the latest instalment of the popular football management simulation series in its streamlined form for handheld devices. In this edition you have the new Data Hub feature as well as refinements made to the controller functionality and the match engine. I've already reviewed this game, so I will put a link to that review in the top pinned comment. If you are interested, please do go and give it a watch. And the other game that we'll highlight from those already out is Bloodshore. This comes from Wales Interactive and is the latest in their line of FMV movie games. This one tells the story of a televised battle royale called Killstream, which takes place between high profile streamers, entertainers and death row inmates. You play as Nick, a washed up actor fighting for a life changing cash prize. It includes 8 hours of FMV footage and your decisions will change the course of the story. I've played a couple of Wales Interactive's previous games in this style and have enjoyed my time with them. This also has a discount that should be available for a couple more days after this video releases. Looking at the games coming out this week, and the first one is Hextech Mayhem, a League of Legends story. This is a rhythm runner developed by Choice Provisions, who also made Runner 3 and Bubsy Paws on Fire, both auto runners which are available on the Switch. You control Ziggs, making your way through levels by moving to the music in order to avoid obstacles, disarm enemies and light fuses to achieve maximum chaos, as the blurb puts it. There is a freestyle mayhem system allowing you to create spontaneous blasts and grab bonus points in your quest to build the greatest bomb the world has ever seen. It's selling for £8.09 and releases on the 16th.
But this isn't just about making a bunch of noise. This is about music! And explosions. Lots and lots of explosions.
Next is Marsupilami Hoobadventure, which is a 2.5D platformer coming via Microids. This is based on a character that I have to admit I'd never heard of, but having looked into it, they've actually been around since the 1950s, and hot on the heels of last week's Smurfs game, it's another character with Belgian roots. Marsupilami has since starred in cartoons and also had a game on the Mega Drive apparently many years ago, and this new game has 3 different worlds and over 20 levels and is going to release on the 16th for £34.99, although it looks as if the US are getting a better deal there, by quite a way in fact if you compare those prices. Then we have The Wild at Heart, which sees you joining two young runaways as they unravel mysteries in a lost realm. This actually seems to have a bit of a Pikmin vibe to it, with you collecting and deploying swarms of creatures called Spritelings who will then collect loot, fight enemies and build paths on your behalf. It says that there are puzzles to solve and rare resources to gather, with these components allowing you to build new structures, items and upgrades. All sounds very interesting, and it uses a very charming looking storybook art style. It's another game that releases on the 16th and it's going to sell for £19.99. Coming out on the 18th is BloodRayne ReVamped. This is an updated version of the game that released in 2002 or 2003 depending on your region for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube and Microsoft Windows. You play as Rain, a Damphier, who has been recruited as an agent for the Brimstone Society, a secret fraternity that hunts and destroys supernatural threats to society. This joins BloodRayne Betrayal by also getting a modernised update on the Switch, and it's going to sell for £17.99. Off the back of that, BloodRayne 2 is also getting a revamped release, again improving the visuals by way of a boost to lighting, textures and reflections, and getting a bump up to high definition. This time Rain must hunt down her own siblings as they look to enforce a plan to create a new era of vampire supremacy in which humans will effectively be used as cattle. This one released on the PS2, Xbox and Windows. There was no GameCube release for this sequel, but both games received fairly decent reviews back in the day and seem to have gained a bit of a following since. This one also sells for £17.99. Then we have NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition Plus, which is the official game of the 2020 season. It features the 2020 official teams, drivers, cars and schedules from the free NASCAR National Series, as well as the Extreme Dirt Tour, equating to 39 authentic tracks. There is a career mode which sees you progressing through the feeder series to reach the NASCAR Cup, improved stats allowing you to check your progress, gameplay enhancements such as improved AI and a new testing mode. On top of this you have online modes for up to 16 players and local split screen multiplayer. If you like your NASCAR racing, then this one is out on the 19th and it will sell for £35.99 or your regional equivalent. Next game, or games really, one's no doubt many people are highly anticipating. It's the Pokemon Generation 4 remakes Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The original Diamond and Pearl released for the DS back in 2006 in Japan and 2007 in the West and was set in the region of Sinnoh. These remakes employ a more chibi art style in regards to character design, and the blurb states that the story has been faithfully reproduced. I owned Diamond back in the day, and whilst I wouldn't consider it my favourite generation, I did really like how the original made very good use of the DS's dual screen functionality by having a device or an app called the Poketch. This served a number of uses. You kind of collected apps for it as you went along, and it had a map, a clock and even a sketch pad, but the best one was the type chart, which allowed you to input the type of two Pokemon to see which moves were effective against the other. It was such a great feature, and it's a shame it was seemingly dropped after this game. I wonder if it will be in these remakes. Let me know if you are picking this one up, and of the three starters, who will you be choosing? You have Chimchar, Turtwig or Piplup to choose from. It's going to come out on the 19th and it will sell for £49.99. And finally for the week then we have Nerf Legends, which is a first person shooter which will include 4 vs 4 team play or 8 player free-for-all battles. The game includes 15 authentic Nerf blasters across the Mega, Ultra and Elite lines, plus upgrades, perks and skins to help you customise your blaster. There are a number of power-ups to collect and arenas to compete in, such as Fortress Siege, Jungle Trouble and Ragnarok Showdown. Now, I never owned a Nerf blaster as a kid, although I did have a few of those small hand water guns, the ones that were made out of see-through plastic and were usually tinted in a lime green or orange colour, and you had to fill them up with water by pulling out the stop at the back. Yeah, unsurprisingly, I always got mullered whenever I was involved in a water fight. This is going to cost £39.99, although you can get 20% off of this price up until launch day, which is November the 19th. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of these games interest you? Are you going to pick any of them up? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Another big thank you to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring this video. Links to both of their games, Surviving the Aftermath and that big Empire of Sin expansion, will be in the description and in the top pinned comment. Please do check them out. Just to let you know, we also have 5% off of eShop cards on our website. If you are looking to pick any eShop currency up, it is still only available to EU regions, but we should have other regions added to that soon, fingers crossed. A quick thank you to our Patreons, as always, for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.